Guardians, are you struggling to increase your light level or to find better gear? Well, in this video, we are going to look at everything that you could possibly do this week in order to take your chances of increasing your light level or getting better gear. So make sure you stay tuned because we're about to get started right now. The first thing we're going to take a look at is everything the Vanguard has to offer you. The first thing on the list, it is going to be the strikes. All you have to do is complete 3 strikes with the matching elemental burn, which the burn this week it is going to be Void, and today only they have Void and Stasis to get your pinnacle gear. So hop in there, have some fun, and after the 3rd round you should get some really cool gear and more light level. For the Nightfall this week, you will be facing off none other than Lightblade himself, a la cool, and I can't wait to get into that Nightfall because it's one of my favorites. But as far as what you can do to be able to get better light and better gear, is to complete Nightfall Strike with 100,000 score or above to get the pinnacle gear. And then also, all you have to do is complete the Nightfall Strike with higher difficulties, grant the most efficient progress. That will gain you the powerful gear at tier 1. And keep in mind, the acute burn for this week, it is going to be Arc. For the Grandmaster Nightfall, we're going to look at the modifiers that you will be expecting within the Nightfall itself. I'm pretty sure some of these may change during the week, but I'm not too sure. But anyways, you will be taking on Empath, Enhanced Radar, taking increased damage from melee. And then you have the champion foes, barrier, and unstoppable champions. Then you have Shaft, which is radar is disabled. And then we have Match Game. Enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage, unless you have Osmosis, because that will definitely help you out. Equipment lock, you will not be able to change your equipment after this activity starts. Extinguish, if your fire team falls in a restricted zone, everyone is returned to orbit. And then you have limited revives. Limited fire team revives gain additional revives by defeating champions. And then you have champions mob, which contains additional champions. And then we also have shielded foes with arc and solar shields, so make sure you bring your arc gun or a solar gun. And then again, like the regular Nightfall, arc burn with plus 25% arc damage dealt and plus 50% arc damage received. And now let's take a look at everything that you could do on the PvP side of things. The first thing, it is Gambit. All you have to do is complete 3 matches in Gambit to gain your pinnacle gear. In Crucible, all you have to do is complete 3 matches in Control, Rumble, Elimination, and Crucible Labs to gain your pinnacle gear, and then hop on down to Glorious Survival, win 7 rounds, and you should be good to go to gain your powerful gear. And keep in mind, it is double ranking this week for Crucible, so this should be a fun week for all you PvP players. There's a lot of things that you could do in the Helm now. The first thing on the list is that you want to go in and complete the Expedition playlist. All you have to do is acquire 125 treasures to get your powerful gear at tier 2. And then go into the Cat Crash, complete that 3 times, and as well complete it on the Master difficulty to get your powerful gear at tier 3 and your pinnacle gear. And while you're doing everything within the Expedition playlist and the Cat Crash, hop on over to the star chart, pick up your 8 bounties, and then after all that, pick up your 8 bounties with the Containment Ritual. And then, the new thing, for the Light Against the Light Vendor Challenge, all you have to do is defeat champions in the Psyops Battlegrounds playlist to gain your powerful gear at tier 1. The next thing on the list is Dares of Eternity. I love this particular game mode, but all you have to do is complete 3 rounds to gain your powerful gear and also complete it with 250,000 score or above. That is pretty easy if you get the bonus round. And as far as Legends is concerned, the rotation for this week, it is going to be Cabal, Taken, and Crota. There is a ton of stuff to do within the Savathun Stormworld to increase your light level or to get better gear. All you have to do is complete the Preservation once to gain your pinnacle gear, the Altar of Reflections twice to gain your powerful gear at tier 1, and then you hop on over down to the weekly mission, which the weekly mission this week is going to be the Cunning. All you have to do is complete it once to gain your powerful gear at tier 1, then complete it with 100,000 score or better to get your pinnacle gear. And then hop on over to the Vox Op score mission, and then all you have to do is defeat powerful Cabal champions, and you should be good to go to get your pinnacle gear there. Then as far as the Wellsprings is concerned, there should be an image popping up on the screen that shows you the rotation of this week's enemies and weapons, and all you have to do is complete 3 rounds of the Wellsprings, and as well complete it on a higher difficulty to gain your pinnacle gear and your powerful gear at tier 1. While you're doing all that, you should be able to increase your reputation with Finch to gain your powerful gear at tier 1 with Finch. Now as far as the raids and the dungeons are concerned, this week the dungeons that you can look forward to doing is the Duality and the Grasp of Avarice. Those both are really good dungeons, so I would recommend hopping in those. And then all you have to do is go into the Deepstone Crypt and as well as the Kingsfall raid to complete both of those one time to gain your pinnacle gear. And with the raids, they usually have better gear anyway, so I highly recommend hopping in Buffaloes and the dungeons to get the gear that you want. The last and final thing that you guys need to know, when you're out there doing all the strikes and everything, you need to stop by the tower to pick up all the bounties that the vendors have for you, such as Drifter, Shax, Banshee, and Zavala. Pick up the 8 bounties from there if you want. If you got the money for it, pick them up, and then you should be able to complete those bounties while you're doing everything. And then on top of that, while you're completing all that, you should be getting clan XP by going through the Nightfalls and all that. So if you complete that, you should be able to get your powerful gear at tier 2, and all the others will be powerful gear at tier 1. Anyways, guys, I am Death Threat Gaming, and I will see you in the stars. And remember, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. If not, you're definitely going to be late to the Ether ship party. Anyways, Guardians, I will see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow, and I will holler at y'all soon. Remember, Guardians, eyes up.